Welcome to the Voices of the Past podcast, a programme that explores past life on Barton Hill in East Bristol. The stars of the show are the voices of the people from Barton Hill, all recorded by the Barton Hill History Group in the 1980s and 90s. We will share memories and stories directly from first-hand accounts, their stories told their way with their voice and their Barton Hill accent. So sit back and listen and enjoy Voices of the Past. And as one Barton Hill resident said, if he's got any tears, prepare to shed them now.
Episode 4. Working conditions in the cotton factory.
In the previous episode, we started to explore the working conditions of the Great Western Cotton Works on Barton Hill. Some of these individual anecdotes, such as the story we'll hear about Aunt Anna's lunch, wouldn't be found in any textbook, but they give us a direct personal insight into what it was like to live and work through these conditions.
Was in the first instance on the business of humidity. My mother recalls an instant when apparently they used to work right through the day with just a short break during the middle of the day to eat. And my mother used to take in this dinner for my Aunt Anna in a basin covered by a cloth. And because of the humidity, the still flooring apparently used to run quite a lot with water. And my poor mother slipped. Down went the basin, and poor Aunt Anna had no dinner that day.
Yeah, when it was definitely in there.
Yes.
And it was so close, the looms were so close together that when you had to go around the back to find a broken end, if you got it on his arm with one of the, what they call the pecking sticks, my gosh, you knew it.
Yeah.
Really did.
But also the thing which my great aunt used to tell me, and which left a legacy, a terrible legacy in my opinion. And this certainly left a legacy to that poor lady, because from her middle years onwards, she was virtually stone deaf. She was in a world which was noisy. And I can only assume that, in fact, this did date from those days. So thank God we don't get those kind of conditions to work in today.
And Barton Hill actually was in a worse plight than the rest of the city, because in 1925, the cotton factory closed. John Lycett's, they cut back. The wagon works closed, and the railways were cutting back.
The stereotype of Victorian factory conditions are of low pay and long hours in the most difficult environment. Despite the noisy, deafening, wet and humid conditions that they suffered every day of their working life, one retired cotton worker Flo Weeks said to me, "When you tell our story, make sure you say it wasn't all bad." And this is indeed true. The factory gave many opportunities of employment and created a highly skilled workforce. Flo Weeks would have also built very strong bonds with fellow workers as they helped each other on the factory floor. This camaraderie was reflected in the tight-knit community that evolved on Barton Hill. Join us next time when we will listen to more of the voices that created Barton Hill, the place. Thank you for listening to the Voices of the Past podcast. This production is a collaboration between Garry Atterton, the Barton Hill History Group and music duo Charlie and Jake. Special thanks to the National Heritage Lottery Fund for their support, and of course none of this would have been possible without the many voices of the past, sharing their stories in their own words. For more information about the project, to connect with others and to view our live stream event, visit our website voicesofthepast.org.uk.